Pokemon Legends EA is the newest Pokemon game in the franchise, releasing on October 16th, and I got a chance to play it early. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience playing the demo as well as my general thoughts on the game. Fun fact, the demo that I was invited to actually was on my birthday. So thank you so much to Nintendo and the Pokemon Company for not only inviting me out, but giving me the best birthday present ever. The first thing I got to experience was the opening sequence of the game. Your character arrives in Lumio City via train and you take in the breathtaking sights. There's lots of Pokemon and people and tons of fashion. The original Lumio City from X and Y was inspired by Paris, and while the Lumio City in Pokemon Legends EA has received a huge futuristic upgrade, you can still see a lot of the original details that made reaching Lumio City on your journey in X and Y so special. One of the things that I have been the most excited about are the character customization options. We've already received a pretty good preview of what those options look like from the official gameplay trailers, but as soon as I got my hands on the controller, that was the first thing that I was looking at. There really are a ton of options. Changing your character's clothing is as easy as opening up the main menu and browsing through your closet. From what I could see, each piece had multiple different color options to choose from, and the styles have so much variety. One of my biggest pain points from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was feeling like I was super limited in my individual expression with the school uniforms. I don't think that Legends EA is going to have this problem. You can also change your character's features like eye shape and color, makeup, and facial expression, among other things. If you do want to change your hairstyle, you'll have to go to one of the salons around the city. And while I didn't get a chance to do that, I hope it's not too far out of the way and it doesn't cost too much in-game money. Next, it was time to experience the Wild Zones. Jet from Quasartico explains the invention of Holotech and how Lumio City is undergoing a transformation to be more advanced. One of the key aspects of the urban development plan is the inclusion of Wild Zones, areas where trainers can catch, find, and battle wild Pokemon. These Wild Zones are indicated on your map and feature different types of Pokemon depending on where you are in the city. While inside a Wild Zone, I was really trying to figure out the catch mechanics as well as the real-time battling. I really like Legends Arceus for its expansive map and open world style. Catching Pokemon by sneaking up on them and throwing balls also felt like a huge time save versus the traditional way of battling them and then balancing low HP of your target with the level of your Pokemon and maybe giving them a status condition. Pokemon Legends EA keeps the ball throwing mechanics of Arceus, but you can also battle the Pokemon in real time with your own. If you take a Pokemon down to 0 HP, you daze them, and then have a few second window where you can throw a ball before they disappear from the overworld. So I kinda had a hard time navigating the menu to get a Pokeball and then throwing it at the Pokemon, which is almost entirely a skill issue on my part, but after spending some time studying the controls and playing for a bit more, I did start to get the hang of it. The Pokemon in the Wild Zone still have the target lock-on and aggression like in Legends Arceus. If an aggressive Pokemon starts chasing you, the evil eye will appear on your screen and the Pokemon will follow you while throwing out attacks. Your character can take damage from opposing Pokemon, so be careful. If you take too much damage, you'll be forced to go to the Pokemon Center where you'll heal up. Certain Pokemon will be more aggressive or exhibit different behavioral patterns. Honestly, I love this. I love that Pokemon is going into more ecology-focused details, such as in the biomes around the Blueberry Academy. As someone who has a background in ecology and biology, I am geeking at this kind of stuff. My favorite little detail of the Blueberry Academy biomes are the trapinch that sit in their little sand traps. They have a lot of inspiration from real-life anteaters, which do the same thing to get their prey, and I think it's so cool that Pokemon is paying attention to the little details like that and bringing that into the game itself. And Pokemon doing the Pokecology book. I have the book. It's amazing, and every time I open it up and I use Google Translate, I feel like I'm learning something new about the Pokemon every single time. All the knowledge that I'm getting out of this book and from all of the video games is really scratching that nerdy itch. I hope that Pokemon continues to explore and expand upon the biology and ecology details that we're getting in the game and also outside of it with all of their different collaborations and projects. In the Wild Zones, you can also battle alphas. I had a little bit of an unfortunate run-in with the Houndoom and the Pikachu that I got a chance to battle. Alpha Houndoom really just messed me up. Alpha Pikachu was crazy, super resilient, and constantly spamming attacks. Just so feisty. While I didn't win, my battles with the alpha Pokemon did teach me a few things about the real-time battling mechanics in Pokemon Legends EA. First thing, moves are all on a cooldown. Instead of having power points like the turn-based battles of previous Pokemon games, you now have a set time for cooldown on a move. You have to aim your moves and also consider whether your Pokemon is using a physical or a special attack. Physical attacks would require your Pokemon to get closer to its target to make contact, but special attacks can be aimed from farther away, keeping your Pokemon from harm. A well-timed Protect or Detect is also super impactful for blocking major damage, but then you have to think about when you can use the Protect next. It's kind of like in Pokemon Unite. Ultimately, you have to aim your moves on cooldown, but your Pokemon will do some of that aiming for you, and you do have a lock-on button. Moves can be rearranged in any order you want for your D-pad from the Pokemon's menu. It's also easy to relearn moves or teach moves via TM. While in battle, if your Pokemon gets low, you can pull up the menu and use a healing item, but then you have a cooldown before you can use the next one. Outside of a battle with a wild Pokemon, there are cafes in the wild zone where you can buy a drink or a snack to heal up your Pokemon party. You can also sit and take pictures, which I had a little too much fun with. Maybe my favorite menu feature though is that you can evolve your Pokemon right from the menu. If a Pokemon is ready to evolve, you'll see a little alert in your battle party, and from there you can choose to let your Pokemon evolve. As a competitive Pokemon player, I was really interested to see how move priority would function now that we're moving into a real-time battle system. Move priority is important in the turn-based battling system because it can allow your Pokemon to get the jump on another Pokemon that would otherwise be faster. I didn't get a whole lot of clarity while playing the demo, but I did notice that moves that would otherwise have increased priority, like Bullet Punch, felt like they moved a little bit faster. Almost like there was less latency between when you input the move that you wanted your Pokemon to do and when the move actually animated and made contact. I'm also very curious to see how the natural speed of Pokemon is going to work with these real-time battles. I didn't get an answer to that either, but it'll be very interesting to find out. The day-night cycle in the game works on a cyclical timer. You can see the progress of the day versus night in the top left of your screen. If you've ever played a Pikmin game, it feels kind of just like that, where there's a set amount of time that it will be day and a set amount of time that it will be night. I couldn't tell if doing anything like a special battle or a special part of the story affected how much time would be left in the day or night cycle. When it became dark, it was time to try out the ZA Royale, a nightly tournament where you can battle other trainers and move up the ranks from Z all the way to A. The official trailers have teased this feature a lot, so it was really cool to get the hands-on experience of how the ZA Royale would actually work. When it becomes nighttime, the city shifts into a battle area where other trainers, just like you, are trying to climb the ranks. When you enter a battle zone, you can collect task cards that provide you with challenges that will award you more points once complete. For example, I got a task card that asked me to sneak up on a trainer and use a flying type attack to strike first. Just like in Arceus, you can crouch and try to hide around things like bushes, planters, and garbage bags to try to get the jump on your opponent. If a trainer makes eye contact with you though, then it's time to battle. But if you land a first strike by sneaking up on them, you could secure a knockout quickly. Battling trainers in real time was a really weird experience. It already felt novel to be able to sneak up on your opponent and land attack before your eyes met, but it was also really strange when you could dodge attacks while battling, and you could also change out your Pokemon while you were still in the midst of battle to get a better type matchup. I don't really know how to feel about it yet. On the one hand, I do like it a lot more than the different battle styles from Legends Arceus, but on the other hand, it is such a strong departure from the turn-based combat that we've grown to love from the other mainline series games that it just might take some getting used to. I think there might actually be quite a high skill ceiling when it comes to using attacks, dodging, using protect, etc. that people will have a lot of fun with. But I love the classic turn-based system so much that I just need to have a little bit more time playing the game before I form a strong opinion one way or the other. It is unique, that is for sure. After winning a trainer battle in the ZA Royale, you get battle currency that helps you work towards a promotion match. When you hit the threshold of points to rank up, you get called in for a promotion match where you have a 1v1 against one of the NPCs. It's pretty similar to a gym leader battle, except that for at least what I got to play early, there was no additional trainers you needed to battle or extra tasks or challenges to complete. That all feels very well taken care of by the ZA Royale general battle time, so it was nice to just have a normal trainer battle. The promotion matches make me super curious about how the ZA Royale is going to affect or have any impact on the main story of the game. Are we going to get other promotion matches with key characters? How does ranking up actually play a role in the story. I'm excited to see just how that part of the game develops, and I eagerly await the launch date to be able to experience the story of the game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little worried about the ZA Royale feeling grindy or unrewarding. Felt like I had to defeat a significant number of trainers that put up very little resistance and didn't get a whole lot out of it. Part of that might have been that my party was over-leveled for that particular part of the experience, and so it didn't really feel like I was getting a lot of Pokemon XP or just even a general sense of accomplishment. The test cards were also a little simple, so I could see that part of it getting boring if it's the same task over and over again. I also think you can only do one promotion level at a time, so if it is really going to take you 25 promotion matches to get from rank Z all the way to rank A, then I hope that the game continues to introduce new things at every rank that will keep the progression feeling fresh and interesting. My demo experience was really focused on the gameplay rather than the story elements of Pokemon Legends ZA, but one story beat I did get to experience was battling a rogue Mega Pokemon, and what a kick I got when it was Mega Victory Bell! As soon as they released the design for this Pokemon, I was rolling on the floor laughing. I have never seen something so ridiculous, and it just cracked me up watching this Pokemon just bounce around in the game, having to battle it. It was just such a funny and goofy experience. I have really loved all of the Mega Evolution designs that have come out in the lead up to Pokemon Legends ZA, and I am really excited to see what other Mega Evolutions are going to be included into the game. And so, it'll be fun. Like, what else are we going to battle outside Mega Victory Bell? I don't know, but I have to imagine that it'll be just as cool of an experience. I got to battle against Mega Victory Bell and experience Mega Evolution with my own Pokemon. While battling Mega Victory Bell, you have to dodge and weave attacks while also getting close enough to do enough damage with your own Pokemon. Mega Victory Bell dropped Mega Energy you could scoop up that charged up your Mega Meter. Once the Mega Meter was full, I got to choose a Pokemon to Mega and then do my best work. The Mega Meter slowly drained over time, and when I used more powerful attacks. Once empty, you can repeat the process and even Mega a different Pokemon in your battle party, which gives a lot of flexibility over your strategy in the fight. After the Mega Victory Bell was defeated, I got a Mega Stone for it. I hope that playing the demo gave me only a brief glimpse into what to expect from the full game once we get to experience that. I love Kalos, and I've been so hype about this game's release ever since the announcement. And now that the release is really right around the corner and I got a chance to preview the game early, I am even more excited. This is the first time that I can think of that Pokemon is actually pushed a release date back or even not held a mainline series game to the normal 3-year cycle that we typically end up seeing for Pokemon game releases. And that makes me really hopeful that the time investment that they've taken is going to pay off. I already saw huge attention to detail in like the texture of the food that your character walks by while you're exploring through the city. And it's little things like that that make me super hopeful that you and I will really enjoy the game once it fully releases. Thank you once again to Nintendo and the Pokemon Company International for inviting me out and letting me preview Pokemon Legends ZA early. I hope you all enjoyed this video and are looking forward to the game's launch on October 16th. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you're excited for, maybe what you're wary of, what you're looking forward to in the comments below, and I will see you all soon.